The Bloodline storyline continues to be the most dominating storyline of WWE to this day. With Sola Sikoa and Tama Tonga, that's how you pronounce his name? Let me know in the comments if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Tama Tonga. He's a new signee for WWE. And the ink hasn't even dried on his contract yet before he starts opening up a can of whoop ass on Jimmy Uso. Oh man, this Smackdown tonight was one of the most solid Smackdown shows I've seen in a long time. Now I know people online is probably gonna say it wasn't the greatest, it wasn't this. Y'all gotta stop over critiquing. Y'all gotta stop nitpicking. Come on, man. This was a solid show after Mania. Tama Tonga, I mean, we all knew they signed some new dude that was a part of the Bloodline, but we didn't know how he was going to play into the storyline. Everyone knew he was going to play into the storyline. They didn't waste no time. Right on SmackDown. This segment that Sola Sikoa did with Paul Heyman and Tama Tonga was absolutely incredible. This is why Paul Heyman's in the Hall of Fame. He's the glue to this segment. Paul Heyman is the glue to this segment, man. Sola Sikoa always been a little bit, he's been cool on the mic, but we haven't heard enough. Tama Tonga, what's his name? Tama Tonga, he's been fucking like, he's new. You got Paul Heyman, the Hall of Famer, being the glue in this segment. And I'm going to tell you right now, this was one of the best segments of the whole Bloodline storyline. I'm not saying it was the top. Obviously, it wasn't the top. But when the storyline is all over and we go through the playlist and we see what was the highlights, this is going to be one of the most important highlights. Jimmy Uso being the funny character, it was funny every week. After R-Truth, you're the funny guy. But the only problem with that, Jimmy Uso, is we're not taking the Bloodline serious no more. And it's all cool, but when Roman Reigns loses the championship at the biggest WrestleMania of all time, it's a problem. Some changes need to be made. And I don't know what the wise man was thinking, but Roman Reigns just lost the undisputed title. The jokes are over. The game's over. Yo, it's so incredible. I know I give WWE Creative a lot of shit, but when they're doing a good job, I gotta put them over. This was an incredible job because if you've been watching SmackDown, you see that every week they've been planting the seed of Jimmy Uso trying to get a handshake. Yo, what's up? Yo, dog, Sola Sikoa never shook Jimmy's hand. This happened for like 4 to 5 weeks. Yo, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm in a good mood. Sola Sikoa, man, like, fuck all of that. And that planted the seed of like, yo, this is, I'm not agreeing with a lot that's going on, but I'm going to rock with it because we still on top. Now, Roman Reigns have been dethroned. Sola Sikoa, like, the games are over. You're my brother and all, that's cool, but you're playing too much. So you know what you need to do, especially after the performance you and Jay put on? Night 1 at WrestleMania, how about you take your ass to Raw? Join the team back with JEy Uso, and y'all try to go for the tag team champions. I disagree with that idea. I hope they don't put them back together. Not just yet. Jay is doing great in singles competition. I don't know what they got for Jimmy. Jimmy's a great talent. I know for a fact they got something special for him. I just want to know how is he gonna reacclimate himself. Because I think he's out of the Bloodline. It's one thing getting your ass whipped. Even Paul Heyman got his ass whipped. It's another thing where your brother takes a steel chair, put it on your neck, then put you in the turnbuckle and man. Jimmy Uso immediately suffered a concussion after what Sola Sikoa did to him. This was a great segment. It was well written, well scripted, and I'm putting WWE Creative over for this. I loved every second of it. I'm like, I didn't really expect anything that happened. Paul Heyman, incredible acting. Like, yo, Paul Heyman does this for real. Like, I'm really thinking I'm watching something that's playing out that wasn't scripted. That's how realistic it translated on camera. Man, do you know how difficult that is? My God, live TV? Yeah, I like this new Bloodline because, like I said before, Jimmy Uso, he was that character he was playing was cute, but we like the old Jimmy Uso when he kicked Raymond in the mouth and he started yelling to the top of his lungs, and you seen that emotion, that passion for this shit. JEy Uso, honestly, if it wasn't Awesome Truth already a team, I think R-Truth, Jimmy Uso would be a great team. They got a good comedic balance, but the game's over. And they displayed that on Smackdown. Incredible segment. I really, really enjoyed this segment, y'all.